Good morning and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. I'm currently at work. I just got here and I am super early. I'm like 20 minutes early, so I figured I'd film a little reading update before I go in because obviously I'm not going to vlog inside work. I don't really have much to do today at work, so it's going to be kind of a slow day. I have one project I need to work on and I'm already like halfway done with it, so it's not going to take me all day. Honestly, it won't even take me all morning, so that means I'm going to get some reading done. But I need to update you since I last saw you on Tuesday. So since we last spoke, I finished Bridgerton and got 3 stars. I don't know if I mentioned my rating in the last video. Then I started Duke Actually by Jenny Holiday. Here's the thing, I couldn't get into it. I really didn't like the main character's narration, like the way things were written. It felt, I can't like describe it because there's no direct quote that I can like pull from my brain, but there were things where it sounded very like juvenile in the sense that it was like, no one talks like this in real life. No one in their adult years thinks like this. No one says these words in their brain. And so I couldn't get into it, and I really honestly didn't care enough. I got like 15% in, maybe. And I was like, you know what? This isn't worth my time. I'm really trying to prioritize what I read right now, and I really want to be enjoying something if I'm reading it. And if I'm 10% in and I'm already rolling my eyes at the narration, it's probably just time to DNF. So that's what I did. So I DNF'd Duke Actually. Then I started A Season for Second Chances by Jenny Bayliss, and I gave this 3 stars. I finished it yesterday. The only gripe I had was that like the first half was really slow, like of a build up. It's very well thought out and well planned. It just felt really long in the first half. And then the second half really felt like it paced fairly well. I really enjoyed the second half. I was enjoying the ending, and I finally finished it before the end of the day yesterday. And that was it. Then we went to Half Price Books yesterday. So if I remember in this vlog, I will give you a haul of the 3 books I bought. To update you on my current reading plans, I have an audiobook and a physical book to read and listen to today. The audiobook is In the Event of Love by Courtney something. Hold on, let me pull it up. In the Event of Love by Courtney K. So that's the audiobook I have right now. I'm not far into it, and honestly I probably need to restart it because I wasn't really listening to the first chapter when I started it. So I'm going to start that today. And I also have a library book, One by One by Ruth Ware. I'm really excited about this one. It's like a thriller, no, I'm sorry, it's a mystery, but it's like written in a snowy, wintry setting. I will read you the synopsis and then I will go into work. Getting snowed in at a luxurious rustic ski chalet high in the French Alps doesn't sound like the worst problem in the world, especially when there's a breathtaking vista, a full-service chef and housekeeper, a cozy fire to keep you warm, and others to keep you company. Unless that company happens to be 8 co-workers, each with something to gain, something to lose, and something to hide. When the co-founder of Snoop, a trendy London-based tech startup, organizes a week-long trip for the team in the French Alps, it starts out as a corporate retreat like any other. PowerPoint presentations and strategy sessions broken up by mandatory bonding on the slopes. But as soon as one shareholder appends the agenda by pushing out a lucrative but contentious buyout offer, tensions simmer and loyalties are tested. The storm brewing inside the chalet is no match for one brewing outside. However, a devastating avalanche leaves the group cut off from all access to the outside world. Even worse, one snooper hadn't made it back from the slopes when the avalanche hit. As each hour passes without any sign of rescue, panic moments, the chalet grows colder and the group dwindles further, one by one. So that is the mystery thriller book that I will be reading this wintry season. I thought it was a perfect fit, and honestly I have to get like all of my wintry Christmassy books out of the way quick because the Goodreads Choice Awards are going to be announced and I've got plans for that. So I gotta get moving on these. I gotta make some progress. I mean, I know I'm gonna probably want to break up some of the Goodreads Choice books, but yeah, so that's where we're at. That's what I'm reading today, and I should probably go into work and eat my fruit that I got from Chick-fil-A, which I'm very excited for. I will update you when I have something to say. I hope I can finish a book today. No, I don't think I'll be able to, but it would be nice to make a good dent in either of these. So, we'll see. Hello, good morning, and happy Saturday. I decided I was gonna do a bit of a book update. Oh my god, My cat jumped in the window and he scared me. Say hello to the culprit. Yes, I am wearing pajama pants. No, we're not gonna talk about it. Hi, Bubba. What did I read yesterday? Obviously, it was really memorable. In the Event of Love by Courtney K. I started that on audio at work yesterday and I finished it last night. I gave it 3 stars. Honestly, like, very forgettable. It follows our main character, Morgan, I believe is her name, who is like a big workaholic. She's like a party planner or an event planner, and one of her clients ends up kissing her, and so she decides that like she's gonna take a leave of absence from work at her manager's request, and she's gonna go back to her hometown that she's been avoiding for all these years and help them with a fundraiser there, because she got an email saying, hey, we need a fundraiser, and so she decides to go do that. Because she can't just take a break, so she's got to find something to do to fill her time, so she decides to put on this fundraiser. At this fundraiser, it's like a tree farm that's owned and operated by her like first crush or her first kiss or her first love, named Rachel. It is a sapphic bisexual romance. It was cute, but it like wasn't anything memorable. It felt very like Hallmark, but yeah, it wasn't something that I will like gravitate towards again. There is a sequel coming out about 2 of the characters in that book, so it'll be a male queer romance, and I'm excited for that one and I will read that one, but it's not going to be something that I'm like, I gotta read it now kind of thing. So that's that update. Then last night I got 10 pages into One by One by Ruth Ware, and by 10 pages I literally mean 10 pages, and then I was like, nope, not today. So tonight, this is the plan. I'm gonna read some of that. So there's my reading update, and now it's time for the fun stuff. I've got 3 hauls. I've got a small business haul, I have a Half Price Books haul, and then I have an Ulta haul. So now I'm gonna show you those. I guess I'll start with the books, then I'll do the small business, then I'll do Ulta. The only reason I'm showing you the Ulta stuff is because I'm gonna put on makeup here in a second, but I want to show you what I bought before I do that. On Thursday, me and my family went to Half Price Books and I picked up 3 books. All 3 are very different genres. To start it off, for $9.49, I got 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This is a YA fantasy. You know, I don't know how to pronounce this main character's name. I'm gonna need like an audiobook sample to get me started. Shiorianma is my best guess, but I will audiobook to confirm that. The only princess of Kyoto has a secret. Forbidden magic runs through her veins. Normally she conceals it well, but on the morning of her betrothal ceremony, Shiori loses control. At first her mistake seems like a stroke of luck, forestalling the wedding she never wanted, but it also catches the attentions of Raikama, her stepmother. A sorceress in her own right, Raikama banishes the young princess, turning her brothers into cranes. She warns Shiori that she must speak of it to no one, for with every word that escapes her lips, one of her brothers will die. Penniless, voiceless, and alone, Shiori searches for her brothers and uncovers a dark conspiracy to seize the throne. Only Shiori can set the kingdom to rights, but to do so she must place her trust in a paper bird, a mercurial dragon, and the very boy she fought so hard not to marry, and she must embrace the magic she's been taught all of her life to forswear, no matter what the cost. It sounds really interesting. I love the cover. Like, I'm obsessed with the cover. And I don't typically gravitate towards fantasy, and I want to change that because I've loved a lot of the fantasy that I've read, but like, I think sometimes that requires too much brain power, and it's also a genre I tend to like to physically read more than audiobook, and a lot of my reading time goes towards audiobooking. But I've had friends who have loved this, and it's really pretty, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It's just so pretty. This cover is amazing. Here, if you haven't seen it, now you have. Isn't that the most gorgeous cover you've seen in your life? And based on the synopsis, it almost sounds like a bunch of fairy tales interwoven with one another. Like, the no speaking reminds me of The Little Mermaid, that I thought of like Frozen, with she has these powers that she has to keep hidden, and I don't know, it's just like, it sounds really interesting, so I'm excited about that. Then for $12.99, I picked up The Two Lives of Lydia Bird by Josie Silver. This is about our main character named Lydia. I was like, why can I not remember her first name? It's literally on the cover. Lydia and Freddie, they've been together for a long time, and then Freddie dies in a car accident, and she is obviously overwhelmed with grief, and then something happens where she can live this life with Freddie, like the door to the past reopens and she can live this life with Freddie, but now there's someone in her current life who wants her to stay. So it's a grapple of, do I want to go back to this life that I loved with this person that I loved, or do I stay where I am now and deal with that grief and deal with that loss while also embracing that new change? So that one sounds really good. I loved Josie Silver's One Day in December. I know a lot of people didn't like it because there was like cheating in it. I read it and really liked it, so I'm excited to try this one. I love like a hard-hitting contemporary fiction book. The last book I have is You're Invited by Amanda Giatissa. This was $13.49 at Half Price Books. These are Book of the Month editions. This one and The Two Lives of Lydia Bird are. So a lot of the time you can get adult fiction at Half Price Books for cheaper if it's a Book of the Month edition. This is about Amaya is invited to Kavi's over-the-top wedding in Sri Lanka. She's surprised and a little hurt to hear from her former best friend after so many years of radio silence. But when Amaya learns that the groom is her very own ex-boyfriend, she's consumed by a single thought that she must stop the wedding from happening no matter the cost. But as the week of the wedding celebrations begin and rumors about Amaya's past begin to swirl, she can't help but feel like she also has a target on her back. When Kavi goes missing and is presumed dead, all evidence points to Amaya. However, nothing is as it seems, as Giatissa so expertly unravels that each wedding guest has their own dark secret and agenda, and Amaya may not be the only one at the party with a plan to keep the bride from getting her happily ever after. This was a Literally Dead book club pick, which is Kayla, Books and Lala's book club, and I watched like the first chunk of the live show, and everyone seemed to like really like it. It seemed a little predictable, like maybe more of a mystery, something like that. And they said it was a little predictable, but everyone like enjoyed it and thought it was good. It just like didn't overwhelm them. I'm in the mood for like a good casual mystery, so I'm down for that. So those are the 3 books I bought. So now that I've talked about those, let me get the small business stuff. So the small business I bought from is CARLEY Designs. She does a lot of magnetic bookmarks, and so that's what I bought. I've bought from her a few times, and this one was like a big haul. I wanted some Christmas ones, but I also just wanted some general bookish ones. I have some Taylor Swift ones from her. I've also bought like Throne of Glass and ACOTAR ones from her shop as like Christmas gifts for people, so I wanted some Christmas and bookish ones for myself. So first up, this one says Seasons Readings. It's just a stack of books that have lights all over them. There's the name of the shop. If you care to partake, I will try and remember to link them in the description. I bought these on Etsy. I don't know if they have a website. They also have an Instagram. I will try to remember to link that too. Then this is a classics book stack one. I have not read any of these titles, and I probably will not if it could focus. It's got Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, Jane Eyre, Great Expectations, Wuthering Heights, and Emma. I probably will not read any of these. I liked the look of the little pink book stack, so that's why I got that one. Then I got a bookish pack, so those are these. This one's just a plain orangey book stack. The middle one is a little shelf. This is no shelf control, and then a little bookstore over here. Yeah, those are those. And then we got the ones that I almost bought a while ago and didn't. And this is the sole reason I made this purchase. Pink Christmas. It's a little snowman, Santa, and a Christmas tree covered in lights. I mean, how cute are these? This is the reason I purchased these, and then I decided to just grab more while I was there. So that's my little small business bookish haul. I will try and remember to link them down below. If I forget, let me know and I'll modify the description or tag them in a pinned comment or something. But I love these. They're super adorable and they're always really high quality. Lastly, we have my Ulta haul, and then I'm going to do my makeup using some of this stuff. So I'm very excited and I hope it all works out. This is not bookish in any way, shape, or form. This is just fun for me, so I hope you enjoy. I got the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. Then I got a black makeup eraser. Then I got 3 things from Ariane Beauty, which is Ariana Grande's line. I got a concealer in shade 2N. I actually went to the store to test these out, and this one looked the most accurate on me, so I'm hoping it actually works. And then with that, I got the Cloud Blender, because everyone has said amazing things about this. So I'm hoping it works for me. We'll see. And then the last thing I got was the Essential Drip Lip Oil in Picking Petals. So now I'm gonna use all of this and put on my makeup. All right, catch up with y'all in a bit. Hey guys, I just got here. I see the camera just being like, it's my vlog now.
I don't even know if you're vlogging. Is it
I am. Yeah, I started a vlog yesterday.
He ran away. We're gonna read and eat.
We're upstairs at my bookshelves. And Whitney's gonna help me put some books away and reorganize. We got all these to put away. There's a lot. 20 vlog! We're sitting by the fire, and we're gonna turn that heater on once we figure out how to turn it on. And neither of us really have reading updates, but I'm gonna start reading One by One by Ruth Ware.
And I'm trying to check my credit score because if I have a credit score over 700, this apartment will only charge me a $250 deposit. I started this series on Kindle Unlimited.
Say less.
It's a novella series, which is dangerous because I read 4 of them in one night. I don't know. Oh, it's called the Creature Cafe series by Clear Evans. Hello. Hello. There. This is the 4th one, whatever that coffee cup says.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know who this guy is, but there's like a barista who like matches people, and usually it's like a monster will go to this coffee shop and be like, I need a human, or like someone who will love me, and he'll pair them with a human who like wants to get their shit wrecked. And I love, you're cutting me off. Thank you. I love monster romance.
In conclusion, their shit was wrecked.
Like, I've never read it, like, okay, 90% of the times that someone's like, this is the smuttiest book I've ever read, I'm like, like Neon Gods, 3 scenes. Like, it was okay. The smut in these is like...
So, you're telling me not to read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you skip smut, these are not for you, because they're 90 pages and there's a lot.
I don't skip smut, but... Anyways.
They're really depraved. They're not like amazing books. They're like 4-star books.
Oh, you rated one 4 stars?
I haven't put them on Goodreads because I'm ashamed.
You're ashamed of that, but not your shiny nipple book?
I am 20 books behind my Goodreads challenge, so maybe they do need to go on Goodreads, but...
Okay, my camera's dying. Judy! That's embarrassing. Tweet!
You didn't let me out.
Do it in the window. Anyways. My camera's dying, so goodbye. Hello, good morning, happy Sunday. I wanted to film a quick reading update. I'm actually going out to lunch with my family. We're going to Black's Barbecue in Dallas, which is delicious. If you've never had it, there's also one in Austin. Highly recommend, but the one in Dallas is the one we're going to today. But I wanted to give you a little reading update on One by One by Ruth Ware. I'm like 70% of the way through it and really enjoying it. Very atmospheric, very like well crafted. As far as like what I've heard that's holding true. I will say I have not gotten to the reveal yet of who this murderer is, but I have my predictions. And in fact, I initially was like, no, it's not going to be that person, it's going to be this person. Because in my head, everyone's saying like, oh, this is super predictable. I'm like, these are people who read mystery thrillers all the time, so they're going to outsmart me. I think I know who it's going to be because the person I thought it was going to be died. So basically what happens is there's this almost like Spotify type social media app where you can like follow other people and see what they're currently listening to, and like if they pause it, it pauses for you too. So it's like a group watch but with music, and you can like follow celebrities and listen to like whatever music Lady Gaga is listening to, or Ed Sheeran, or whomever. So this app is called Snoop, and there's 9 people that work at Snoop, and they're going on this retreat to this ski chalet in the mountains. And they get there, and basically one of the founders is pushing for a buyout of the company, and the other founder is like, no, I don't want this buyout. And then people start turning up dead. So someone turns up dead after like a little ski thing, and people just sporadically keep dying. And initially it's like maybe there wasn't foul play involved, and as more people start dying, it's like, oh, there's definitely going to be foul play involved with this, and maybe this foul play is related to this foul play. So they're trying to figure out who is murdering all of these people. And you've got a very small cast of characters in the sense that there's only 10 people plus your 2 workers. So there's 12 people in total. You get the perspective of 2 people. So you get the perspective of Liz, who used to work for Snoop back in his early days and is a shareholder. It is not currently an employee. And then you get the perspective of Erin, who works for the chalet. She works with Danny. She's the cleaning person. Danny does the cooking at the chalet. And they are both the employees there. So you get the perspective of somebody that works for the chalet and somebody who's part of the Snoop group, but not super part of the Snoop group, if that makes sense. They're both outsiders to the whole thing in their own way. But they're also intricately involved in others. I've seen people complain about these narrators, or express dislike. Maybe complain's not a good word. I like the narrators. I think they're interesting. I think they provide a good perspective, and I think if you're going to pick 2 people to narrate, these are a really interesting pair. I've also seen people talk about how the cast of characters is a little large. I will agree with that. It's hard to keep them all straight. You can kind of keep like 5 straight, and then everybody else you're like, I don't really know who they are. But I will say, compared to Kirsten White's Hyde, where you had like 14 people and it was narrated in 3rd person, basically, it was like super complicated to keep everyone straight. So at least in this one, like, you're able to have some semblance, and you know the most important ones, right? So like, if you can only remember 5, it's likely that, you know, the other 5 to 7 really don't matter in the whole grand scheme of things. So there is a large cast of characters, but it's written about in such a way that it's not like super overwhelming, and it's not like you don't feel like you have to know exactly who everyone is and what they do. And there also is like a character index at the front to kind of give you a little brief about each of the people that's part of the Snoop company. So you get those like 9 character briefs there. It's been really interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping I can finish it today because, like I said, I'm at 70%, but I am going out to lunch with my family now, so that's going to conclude this little reading update. Hopefully when I come back I'll have made some progress. I'm going to try and listen to the audiobook. So that's everything for me now, and I'll see you in the next update. I am 80% into One by One by Ruth Ware, and I have found out who the person is. I was a bit surprised. So I kind of suspected 3 people throughout this book. I suspected the first person, and then I suspected a second person, then I suspected a third person, then I suspected the second again, and it turned out to be one of those 3. It just wasn't the second one that I was expecting. So that's like the last update I gave you. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know who it is. And now it's just overthinking it. Turns out I was vastly overthinking it. It wasn't the second person. So it was either 1 or 3. And I won't tell you which. Even though that means absolutely nothing to you. My suspicions mean nothing. But I don't want to spoil anybody in any way, shape, or form. Especially on a mystery thriller. So I am pleasantly surprised by this. But I'm curious what's going to happen in the last 20%. Because I already know who the killer is. So gonna finish this today, then I have no idea what I'm gonna do next. So I'll update you accordingly. It's cold out, which is like the perfect time to read this. So I think I'm gonna open my windows and enjoy. Hey, howdy, hey. I finished One by One by Ruth Ware and my laundry. I'm giving this 4 stars. It wasn't as predictable for me as some people said it was, but I think it was because I was overthinking it because other people said it was predictable. The ending was slow. The last like 15 to 20% of the book I was like, okay, we get it, let's speed this up. I really liked the characters. There's quite a few of them, and I felt like some of them weren't super important, but I liked having them there, and I thought they were all really good, and I liked the narrators, and the atmosphere was great. It just like wasn't one of those endings where I was like, you know, like I wasn't like sitting there like, oh my god, I had no idea that was happening. So 4 stars for One by One by Ruth Ware. I have no idea what I'm gonna read next, but that was successful. I'm excited that I've read another Ruth Ware. This is my 3rd one. I read Turn of the Key, The Woman in Cabin 10, and then this one. And I think my rankings are Turn of the Key, this one, Woman in Cabin 10, because I've already forgotten Woman in Cabin 10. But I remember every second of the Turn of the Key. That was so good. 4 stars. So, I've got 2 library books out here. And the reason I'm picking these over like other library books that I have out right now, I have a YA and Kingsbane out right now. But those are like not on my radar right now because it's about to be Goodreads Choice season, which means that my vlogs are going to change up a little bit because I can't spoil my Goodreads Choice Awards video. So there's that, but I know that both of these published in 2022. So we have How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. I think this is like a fake dating celebrity type book. My friend Sonia loved it. The No Show by Beth O'Leary. This is a guy stands up like multiple women on Valentine's Day. And then they all like get together or something like that and figure out like what's going on with this guy or something along those lines. And I realized both of these published in 2022. So these are both possibilities for Goodreads Choice. However, I was able to access the audiobook for this one, and this one I have a 2-week hold on. So I went ahead and placed that hold just in case this does end up on Goodreads Choice. The results for that come out Tuesday. But I think I'm going to start this one. And I'm going to try and physically read some of it tonight. And then maybe audiobook it at work tomorrow. Hey, howdy, good morning. I just got to work. It's actually Tuesday. I totally forgot to update yesterday. And by totally forgot to update, I mean I remembered and I was already in my pajamas and like showered and stuff, and so I wasn't going to update. So here's your reading update. I'm still reading How to Fake It in Hollywood. I'm enjoying it so far. So it follows our main characters, Gray and Ethan, and Gray is like an up-and-coming actress, and Ethan is like really popular, very famous, but he got a divorce and then kind of like fell off the face of the earth, and so each of their like PR people have like set them up with one another so she can get more popular and so like he can kind of come back into the world. He's like 10 or 11 years older than her. She's like 27 or 28 though. So it's not like creepy. And yeah, I don't know, it's really cute. And basically they have rules, like they have to be seen together, they have to, you know, stay overnight places, things like that. She's always been attracted to him. She was attracted to him when she was younger. And he is finding himself attracted to her, but they're like, no, we can't act on this, blah, blah, blah. So it's good. There's a lot of tension. It's a little steamy at times. Hello? Did y'all hear that truck? It's like a 4-star right now for me. It's not like blowing me out of the water, but it's good. I think I'm about halfway through. I've been listening to the audiobook at work, so I haven't been reading the physical copy. I was honestly gonna read the physical copy last night and then I was like, I was so tired. Yeah, I'm halfway through. So that's that. Goodreads Choice comes out today, so I'm about to film my clip for Goodreads Choice right after this. And Taylor Swift tickets come out today. So maybe I'll update you after work. Hopefully I got tickets. I'm already running late, but I'm actually the first designer here, so I'm gonna film my Goodreads clip so I can get that done, and then I gotta go into work. Okay, bye. Hi besties, good evening. Welcome to the Tuesday evening update. Karma is in fact my boyfriend. Karma is in fact a god. Karma is in fact the breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought. So I got tickets. Actually a friend helped me get tickets for an Arlington show, so I'm going to that one. And I also got tickets for Houston. personality trait for the next 5 to 6 months. Thank you very much. I'm so excited. Oh my God. So Whitney, myself, my mom, and then 2 of our family friends are going. It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a moment. Oh my God, I can't wait. I had an update for you. Do I remember what it was? No. The update I have is I am still reading How to Fake It in Hollywood. I didn't listen to much of the audiobook today, but I really need to finish it today because Goodreads Choice came out today. I don't know if we talked about that on this vlog. I filmed a little clip. I think I talked about it. I filmed a little clip for the actual video going up. My vlogs are going to kind of get interesting now because most of my reading is going to be documented through the Goodreads Choice vlog until those reads are done. So I don't know like what my future reading vlogs are going to be like, but I'll worry about that when the time comes. Oh, a hold did come in at the library today. I can pick that up while I'm over here because I think the library's open till 7. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, one of the books for Goodreads Choice came in today at the library, so I will go pick that up. And yeah, that pretty much concludes this update. I hope if you were trying to get Taylor Swift tickets, you got them. And yeah, God, what a day. Today was stressful. I've got like a headache from how stressful today was, but all good things here. Okay, I'm gonna go listen to the audiobook so I can hopefully make some progress on that and then have a better update for you this evening. Howdy. So I went to the library, picked up 2 books, both of which are on the Goodreads Choice Awards this year. Well, no, that's a lie. But this one is. This is Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. I believe this is the second book by this author. The first one is The Worst Best Man. I read that. It had a lot of, I want to say it was Portuguese influence in it. I think the author was Portuguese. And I remember that being like a big part of it. And I really did enjoy it. I think I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars. So I'm excited to pick this one up. It wasn't like heavily on my radar before, but now that Goodreads Choice has come in, it has elevated itself. Then the other I picked up is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. You know, I wouldn't have picked this up otherwise. But the second book is nominated, The American Roommate Experiment or something like that. So I'm gonna try and read this one first. Am I thrilled about it? No. Am I gonna do it? Yes. I just I don't trust the book talk books sometimes. So that's my gripe with that, but it is what it is. So I picked up both of these. And that's really it. That's the only update I have for you. I went to dinner with my mom. It was delish. And I think I'm 75% of the way through How to Fake It in Hollywood. 60, 70%, 70%, 75%. You know, I don't really know. I'm in the last half somewhere. So I'm going to try and finish that tonight because I have big plans for the Goodreads Choice Awards vlog, which I'm so excited to share with you. And I can't wait to get that up. I'm hoping I get it up before the end of the year. Might be early next year, depends on how long it takes me to edit, which is so crazy to say. But I'm very excited about it. So, oh my God, I missed Kayla's live about it. I gotta go watch that back. Wind it up. Hi, hello. It is the next day. I didn't update you yesterday because I didn't finish How to Fake It in Hollywood, but I finished it this morning, so that is why you are getting the final update of this reading vlog. I am going to give it 3 stars, and here's why. I really enjoyed the first half. As I think I expressed, I was like, it's really good. It's like a 4-star book. However, the ending, not even the ending, the last half of the book just felt like they were constantly like breaking up. Like it felt like a breakup book almost. And it, like the 3rd act breakup was like the last half break up. Oh my god, I can't buckle my seatbelt. My cardigan's in the way. So yeah, they just like, the third act breakup turned into the whole second half. And honestly, it was just kind of like I get it. That book dealt with some really hard topics and some really difficult challenges that the main character had to overcome, or like the main characters. But it was just a little insufferable at a certain point, and I just like, it stifled my enjoyment of it, because like, not that a romance can't have super hard-hitting topics or be a little harder to read, and not that I don't love that, because like, Book Lovers and Happy Place are some of my favorite books, and they deal with really hard-hitting stuff. But this one, it just like, I don't know, I think it just like, it was too much for me, and it didn't really work for me. It wasn't so bad that like, I hated the book, you know, it took down my enjoyment of it a little bit once we reached like the 75% mark, and I was like, okay, let's speed this along, and it didn't. So that's the end of this reading vlog. I've started reading other stuff, but I've started reading stuff for Goodreads Choice, so that's all gonna be in the Goodreads Choice vlog, so I will leave you all with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy reading!